If you're considering the universal mini metal milling machine to kickstart your small projects or hobbyist workshop, hold on a second. There's more to this tiny tool than meets the eye. But here's what surprised me. This seemingly perfect mini milling machine comes with quirks that might make you rethink your purchase. Most reviews rave about its versatility, but the real story is a bit different and, frankly, more complicated than the marketing suggests. Before you spend over $200 on a machine that promises to turn wood, soft metals, and plastics into your next masterpiece, let's dig into the problems that could leave you grinding to a halt. Is the universal mini metal milling machine really the best deal for hobbyists and beginners? Or is it a costly mistake dressed in aluminum alloy and high-speed motors? Stick around, because I'm about to reveal everything you need to know to save your time, money, and sanity. First off, who exactly is this machine for? In theory, it's perfect for DIY hobbyists, school technical rooms, juvenile activity centers, and anyone wanting to learn metalworking basics. Kids can use it under supervision, making it a potential educational tool. At just 3 kilograms in compact dimensions, it fits neatly on a small workbench or lab table without taking over your space. Sounds like a dream come true, right? But the dream can quickly turn into a nightmare if you're expecting heavy-duty milling or flawless precision. Let me tell you a story about Tom, a woodworking enthusiast who bought this machine for $209.99. He was thrilled by the compact size and promised versatility of working on wood, plastic, and soft metals. But after a few uses, he noticed the spindle speed, clocked at a high 3,000 RPM, was too harsh for delicate projects. Trying to slow the speed down meant contacting customer support for a different motor, which was a hassle. Tom joked he could get faster speed on his old ceiling fan. And the worst part, the machine's universal claim doesn't extend to alloys, meaning goodbye to any tougher metals on your project list. That leads us to the first big problem: limitations in processing materials. The miller handles pure copper and aluminum fine but struggles beyond that. If you expect to work with steel, brass, or harder alloys, this isn't your machine. It's like buying a convertible and realizing it won't go off-road. Imagine trying to shape metal for your DIY guitar parts, only to have the feed rate drop to a crawl because the machine can't keep up. The slower speed and frequent adjustments kill workflow and patience. There's an old machinist joke: why did the mini miller go to therapy? To deal with its grinding issues. Unfortunately, this machine doesn't joke around when it jams. Now, onto precision and durability, areas where quality really counts. The universal mini metal milling machine boasts metal-made key components like the headstock, slider, and handwheel, which should mean solid build quality. But the reality is mixed. Some users report noticeable spindle jump under 0.1, which might sound minor, but when milling fine details, that error compounds fast. The aluminum alloy frame is sturdy but doesn't prevent subtle vibrations, which ruins the finish on softer materials. You'll find yourself wearing goggles not just for safety but to shield your eyes from frustration. This led one reviewer to quip, "Why don't mini milling machines ever get lost? Because they can't handle the pressure." Another twist: the machine defaults with a high-speed motor spinning at 18,000 RPM, significantly faster than many expect. This isn't automatically bad. It's great for end milling on plastics and wood. However, the included low-speed motor option requires you to contact the seller firsthand, something virtually every prospective buyer misses. Without it, the high speed can burn materials, and adjusting the feed rate manually becomes a frustrating guessing game. So if you want the slower speeds, get ready for back-and-forth communication, shipping delays, and wasted time. The packaging is surprisingly generous, including an apron, goggles, multiple chuck sizes, inner hex spanners, and milling cutters. This accessory kit is a solid plus for beginners who don't want to hunt down tools separately. But heads up, Assembling everything correctly can be tricky without prior milling experience. The clutch feels tight, the vice clamp takes some finesse, and you might end up Googling tutorials for hours. As a bonus, the machine cleverly offers both horizontal and end milling, a feature not often found in many mills. And yes, that does add value. But the cleverness also means a steeper learning curve than advertised. Now, about the price. At $209.99, this machine sits at a crossroad. Affordable for a beginner but pricey if it won't meet your expectations. The Amazon rating hovers around 3.3 stars, reflecting mixed reactions. Some users praise it as a fantastic educational tool and beginner's entry into milling, while others slam its inconsistent performance. It's like trying to watch a blockbuster on dial-up internet. The dream is there, but the execution leaves you buffering. So, what can you realistically expect from this universal mini metal milling machine? If your projects mainly involve soft materials like wood and certain plastics, and you're patient enough to handle the quirks and adjustments, this machine can be a useful teaching and hobbyist tool. Kids supervised by adults can genuinely learn a lot, and the compact size doesn't overwhelm your workspace. Plus, the included accessories give beginners a solid starting kit. However, if your goal is serious metalwork or working with harder alloys, or if you demand smooth, high-precision milling without constant tweaking, this machine will probably drive you nuts. You'll need to invest time learning its limits and balancing motor speeds, feed rates, and materials carefully. The universal in the name is a bit of a stretch. It's universal within soft materials only. Before making up your mind, let's talk maintenance and longevity. The advanced aluminum alloy construction is durable and resists deformation under normal use, which is terrific for a mini miller's lifespan. But don't expect heavy, continuous industrial use. This machine is about learning and light crafting. Replace worn milling cutters as needed. The set includes multiple sizes, but skilled users recommend having extras on hand. If you neglect maintenance, you'll face even more spindle drift and inconsistent cuts. Here's a little humor to lighten things up. Why did the mini milling machine break up with its girlfriend? It just couldn't handle the relationship. It kept getting stuck. Jokes aside, treating this tool gently and understanding its capabilities is key. Now, the big question: should you buy it? If you're a beginner eager to get your hands dirty, need a compact and budget-friendly miller for soft materials, and love experimenting, then yes, this product is worth considering. It's not perfect, but it's a practical platform for learning milling basics and small-scale crafting. Plus, its educational value for kids in supervised environments is a solid advantage. But if you're serious about metalworking or need a machine that just works out of the box on tougher tasks, it's better to look elsewhere or upgrade. Don't let the price lure you into disappointment. It's much better to invest in a machine that supports your projects fully, rather than getting stuck with a frustrating, universal mini that struggles with anything outside its comfort zone. Before I wrap up, here's one final zinger. What's the mini metal milling machine's favorite music? Heavy metal, but only soft tunes. If you get the joke, you're probably the right audience for this machine. So if you're intrigued but wary, you've done the right thing by watching this review. I've laid out the pros and cons honestly so you can make an informed choice. The universal mini metal milling machine comes with its fair share of challenges, but also genuine educational and hobbyist potential. If that aligns with your needs, then go ahead. It could be your next creative partner. Just be ready to embrace the learning curve and occasional quirks along the way. For those ready to buy, remember the price on Amazon changes fast. I'll drop the best current deal in the description below. Grab it while you can. Your next project starts with the right tool, so make your choice wisely and enjoy milling your way to amazing creations. Happy crafting!